Welcome back to the NOPPA Podcast, episode 2. We're here with the boys again, just here to have a chat and speak whatever's on our mind. What's new with everyone, huh?
Should we go down that line or? Well, I reckon we need like a conversation topic, and then we'll just like keep branching off it.
Nah, I reckon we should.
Yeah, no, it's a fucking
do like the complete opposite of that. Just like sit here in silence for 3 hours.
I'm sure they've done that. Hey.
No, we'll start it from when we actually start.
I think we need to have like some beers or something. Break the ice sort of thing.
Oh, there's some meth.
I think the easy thing is to like just picture the camera up there.
Yeah, shit.
That's pretty fucking hard.
You know, so we were talking about the Nord Stream pipes.
Yeah.
Fuck's that?
That NATO like blew up.
What is that?
It's a gas pipeline from Europe to Russia.
Yeah.
And were they saying like not terrorists?
Yeah, they said someone blew it up and they don't know who.
What the fuck?
And
But,
then
like it's NATO. NATO's the one who's blaming.
And NATO's like United Nations.
Yeah.
Right. What?
NATO did it.
They're a part of the Economic Forum, correct?
Yeah, they're like, the World Economic Forum controls like, they're like over 100 governments. This is the Bilderberg Group. Back like after World War II, the Bilderberg Group like signed up like over 130 governments, and there were also Nazis involved, and they created the Bilderberg Group. That's like the Klaus Schwab. That's where like the Klaus Schwab demon comes from.
Did you hear about how like Hitler was chosen to go into power?
Nah.
Just so that like when America like went to Germany to like put an end to the war, then the United Nations can be formed.
Yeah.
Like
so it's all planned.
Yeah, like that's
like a bigger scheme.
That's the shit. That's like the Matrix goes so deep.
Yeah,
like,
it's just like pretty fucking long rabbit hole.
Yeah. Yeah, full on.
Fucking Bill Gates is like, he's buying up this like water company or some shit. He's like doing something with the water.
Did you hear about how he released like 10,000 genetically modified mosquitoes? Just into the and he was just allowed to like
that. Like,
no mate, it's 100 million.
He was just like allowed to, and like no one could question it or anything.
And they're already like breeding and shit.
What does that have to do with like windows and
Dude,
computers?
what the fuck?
I saw this video. Someone filmed one of the mosquitoes. And it had a number on its like.
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
It went viral, and I think because that went viral, after that went viral, my mosquito video started going viral.
Yeah, right. It's weird how you can like ride trends, just like. I don't know.
Yeah, I
Get
heard like
views, whatever you want.
Microsoft, like the company, was like named after his penis.
Shout out to Bill Gates.
No, fuck that cunt. Man,
It's like
needs to
Bill
be
Gates,
charged.
like Gates to hell.
Yeah.
Like Bill.
He's-
Buffalo Bill.
He's
Buffalo Bill's slap, bro. I reckon they're one of the best fucking ice creams. Who would have thought to combine chewing gum with like an ice cream?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's bubble gum, but yeah.
Buffalo Bill. Yeah.
Ooh.
So, back to how women can't drive.
Why the fuck are women even allowed to get their fucking license?
No, but on Google it says that men have more crushes than females, but because it's Google, like surely they're just fucking with that, like they're just messing with it.
That's because men are the only ones that like actually try and like do dumb shit.
Dude, like
Yeah,
I swear
true.
from all of a man's individual personal experience. Like Andrew Tate, for example, from his personal experience, women are shit drivers. From my personal experience, women are shit drivers.
Well, I'm sure-
everyone's personal experience.
I'm sure there are good female drivers out there.
Yeah,
But
they're
it's-
outliers with everything. It's mathematically like nothing's 100%.
Like bitches always cause problems though.
Yeah.
Bro, literally like yesterday I fucking saw like at this intersection, bro, this chick's like pulls out halfway, like in the middle of the fucking road, and then like there was cars, oncoming traffic, they just kept going, and she was like halfway, and then the traffic was waiting for her to like try fucking get in to turn right, but then she just wouldn't fucking move because she had to wait, but she was halfway in the fucking middle of the road, so she should have just waited before she could even fucking move.
Yeah, it's like the women are like, they're slowing down the process.
When you're in
of
your
the
car
Matrix.
accident, or your motorbike accident, that was a female.
Yeah, that was a female. Dude,
Yeah.
dude, every single time a car pulled out in front of my bike, every single time, it was like 5 times, it was a female. Not one time, it was a male.
I swear, there's just like this sense. There's just like this road sense, like road courtesy or road etiquette that not that they lack, but it's probably just not as strong as it should be.
Yeah.
Like anyone can pass a test with enough experience or like training.
Like if you have
but-
tits, it makes it a lot easier to pass the test though. Like my car, you know Hannah, right? She
Yeah.
was saying like when she did her P test, she did like so many wrong fucking things. She like didn't stop at a stop sign, so much shit, and she still passed. Because it was a
Yeah,
dude
right.
taking her, so he probably just saw, oh yeah, you got tits, like I'll let you drive. Probably trying to get some action afterwards or some shit. Like.
Yeah, well, I think both the male and the female gender have like their pros and cons, like with fucking anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like the reason why there's less female crashes is because like it's never their fault. It's always someone else's fucking fault.
Like, you always notice when there's like a male and a female taking a court, like the female's always like the one who kind of comes out winning. Like,
Yeah, plays victim, cries, fucking.
Like Amber Heard and Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I was like, who gives a fuck? Like, I get they're big celebrities and they're going through like a divorce and whatever, but I was sort of like, it kind of seems like a cover up. Like it's just everywhere. It was everywhere in the mainstream media, and it's just like, who cares?
It's because we want a new Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
That has like Jack Sparrow in it. That's why. That's probably why.
Those movies slapped. That was so like ahead of their time.
Yeah.
Like if your wife cheats on you and you're not famous and you want a divorce, like it's your fault.
Yeah. It's like you have to pay child support. You have to like let her live in the house that you paid. Worked your whole life
Yeah,
to buy.
how fuck?
yeah, like all your assets are now hers. Like.
Yeah, it's like she gets 90% of the time they get custody over the children. Like so.
While
Because she cheated on him.
Yeah.
While she still gets to live with another rich dude.
Yeah, what the
no
fuck?
Shit, she's a fuck like anyone
The
else.
system is.
Well, it's rough as.
No, it's just how it is though. Like women are stronger than males now.
Yeah, pussy makes the world go round. It's like women control the sex market, and because men are like horny fucks, they like give women way more power than they should have.
I think it's feminism inspires masculinity, right?
Mm.
Like back in the day, you would have hunters and gatherers, and it's like, I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on this because I wasn't fucking there, but most of the gatherers were females, while
Yeah.
you know the males would be out hunting and shit.
Women and children were gathering.
Yeah, like it's just. It seems like the natural sort of.
Mm.
Dude, the way society's just changed from how it was back to those kind of times to now is just like completely fucked, I reckon. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like, it's insane to think that like women back then were just like praised in such a way, and then today it's kind of just been like I mean the masculinity's kind of just been like dumbed down to such a point where it's like males are like now like females, like it's like
Mate,
how is it like,
it's like, mate, do you think the transvestites are going to run into a firing building and save all the kids? Do you think the blue-haired women are going to run into that building? It's like, they're not going to do fucking shit.
Like, they're like, they're just going to make men obsolete when like literally every fucking road was built by men. All the buildings were built by men. I was like, yeah, there might have been a couple like women, but
It's like look what we created
yeah.
as like. Not just civilization, but just as males in general. Like, the masculinity, you know, it's just like you know?
Yeah, it's like there's never been a female, like hierarchy where it's like the women are in control of all the men. It's like, it's always men controlling, like, society.
So,
no, so continuing on this topic though,
Sync.
I feel like that the internet's like just completely like fucked with how relationships and like loyalty is like been perceived. Like I feel like if there was no internet, like imagine a male and a female met at a young age, there was no internet, like how would they have the options to choose, like scrolling through like Instagram feeds, like whether they want to be like with another person if they just don't have like their phone in front of them to look at that, like they'll just always be loyal to that person that they first meet.
I think humans are a very like social being. Humans are very social, like, you know, we're social butterflies. We all love to, like, we've always lived like together. Like back in the day, you know, when we were hunting and gathering and whatnot, you know, we'd all live in like tribes, we'd all live in groups. And I think that's just like a part of our nature to be social. And in this day and age where you use social medias and technology and whatnot,
Yeah, it cuts off that natural like human interaction.
Yeah.
It makes everyone into like a photo, a bunch of pixels.
Yeah.
Like it's not like you don't feel their body language as much, and it just makes people really awkward and shit in a lot of situations because they don't know how to communicate.
It's like as if it's damaged that sort of aspect of what being a human is.
Okay, it creates like an unrealistic
Yeah.
perception of like what an actual person is on social media versus what they're like in real life, which is I find pretty interesting.
Yeah, I feel like, to some sort of extent, that's the way people like take social media to like build that persona.
Definitely.
But then I don't know. You can use it. It's a tool that you can use, and it's definitely like not going away anytime soon.
Yeah, like it's probably been said a million times, but a lot of people use social media as a way for like to post things for people to be like, oh, like look at me, like look how good I am or whatever. And it's like I'm here like trying to make other people jealous or like not even that, just like making it look like your life's a lot better than what it is. When it's like you care more about what you look like to other people than like how you actually feel
It's
as
like
a person.
You're trying to impress people that you don't care about. It's like it's just backwards, isn't it?
Instead of loving yourself, it's like you need people to love you.
Yeah, I reckon self love and care is very important.
Yeah.
Like especially mentally. I think you said like your mind is your greatest asset. Like without that, you know, why do you bother getting out of bed every day? It's all in the mind.
That's pretty interesting because I was actually having a conversation with Jacko before about how your thoughts influence like your reality and how like negative thinking obviously is gonna entail like a negative future for yourself, whereas if you have a positive mindset and you wake up every day and then I guess you don't look at your phone every day and you do something productive, like that's gonna like build a reality for yourself and manifest the kind of goals that you want to achieve. Whereas just like looking at social media all the time and just being engaged with all these personas that are unrealistic is gonna entail like a negative thought process, and then you're never kind of gonna move forward from that point onwards.
Well, yeah, like, because when you boil it down, it's like, where do your thoughts like even come from? And like for a lot of people, it's like their thoughts come from like what they are absorbing, and like a lot of people are just absorbing social media. And since like the people that are in control what is getting out on social media, they destroyed a lot of freedom of speech with a lot of platforms now, and it's like they're controlling what you're absorbing, and what you absorb controls your thought pattern. And so if you absorb what they're giving to you, which a lot of it is negative, it's like they're making a lot of people, like a lot of women now, is like they're trying to embrace women to be more promiscuous and like be over sexualized and stuff, where when women do that, it's like, yeah, in the moment they might think they're happy, but as time goes on they'll realise like, oh, I've just like posted all this shit on social media, I'm like fucking all these guys, I'm like lowering my value as a woman. And most women aren't actually happy with that. It's like a lot of women that are happy with that are like fundamentally broken. It's like they're not built for that. They're not built to be like just fucked by everyone and like looked at. Or like their tits aren't supposed to be out for everyone. You're supposed to like have like maybe a couple partners in your life, but like for the most part you should just be like fucking one dude.
You hear about all those people who, you know, they've been with like the same person since high school, and I can't speak for everyone, but it's like, you know, they're probably like living the best life, in a relationship sort of thing.
Yeah, well, statistics show with men and women it's very different, but like with women, it's like the lowest divorce rates are the women who have only ever had one partner, and as they get more and more, their divorce rate gets higher. It's like 90% of marriages who with women who marry their first partner, 90% of them succeed. And then as you go to 2 partners, 3, it goes down and down.
Yeah,
like,
right.
It's crazy. But with men, it's a lot different because sex isn't always. It's not like an emotional thing. It's more like
It's just
an
like,
activity than like.
yeah, true.
Like it can. Obviously, it's a bonding experience, but it's also just like hardwired in our brains to reproduce. So it's like when you're horny, you just want to fucking get it out of your system so you can get on with your day and be productive. But
I feel like in this day and age, sex has been like more generalised, where in reality it's more like like an intimate thing
yeah,
in that sort of sense. But I don't know. Humans are dynamic, and the environment we live in is very dynamic as well. And it's just like when you got a lot of things going on, things are going to change and shift in small ways.
When you were talking about how people absorb like everything on social media, like whereas us we can filter what we absorb, but when there's like a 7-year-old scrolling TikTok, like they're just like absorbing all that like retarded shit.
Yeah.
Like oh, men are supposed to be submissive. It's like, it's like they're like absorbing that.
yeah. No, they're trying to
Yeah,
kill masculinity.
fuck that.
They really are.
It's whack as.
Have you seen that video of the long nails?
Yeah, he's
Men are meant to.
We are worker ants.
Right, there's a lot of shit on TikTok. Not gonna lie, but it's like, you ever see something, you're like, what the fuck are you thinking about? What are you doing?
No, it's good that like we're at this age and we know what's fucking retarded and what's not.
Yeah, because there's full people out there who see that stuff and they don't question it.
Yeah.
And that's something I think, like mainstream social media or mainstream media, it's people don't question any of it just because it's fed to you and it's formally like on the news or on the TV. People are like, they just believe it and absorb it.
Yeah.
They don't question any of it.
And like
Man.
Welcome to the podcast, Mr. Richardson. Take a seat.
Rich.
Oh,
How are you?
Good.
Alright, we've got a full house now. We're just talking about shit.
Oh yeah.
Talking shit.
Yeah.
And we haven't even like talking back on track with just like filtering what we're seeing on social media now. It's like we haven't even seen the consequences of like what's going to happen to the future generations, because like this is the first real generation of like TikTok and like people having like 2-second attention spans and just every second just flipping on
It's
to
like
the next thing.
we grew up with the internet being introduced.
Like
But
we kind of made it through. Like
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
we're very typical. Like,
we're the last of the elites. Like, but as I was saying, like these people, we grew up with the internet being introduced, like, and a lot of technology being introduced. But kids growing up now are like growing up with it.
Like
their
they never
entire life.
saw like through
Before.
the veil like what it was actually like.
Yeah,
As
which
much
is, I reckon that's gonna affect them like in some fucking way.
Yeah, it makes you question what they're going to be like 15, 20 years down the line. Like, I feel like it's just going to be so interesting what their outlook's going to be like on life.
Alright.
you missed that. The first half was just us bashing women.
Alright, so everybody who doesn't know, this is Josh, that's Tyler, this is Jackson, this is Aaron, and this is me.
Who's me?
This is Bo,
Yes.
Mr. Bo.
B-E.
Oh.
You.
Bo.
You.
Beautiful.
So I had a dream the other night, and I was in this general store. It was like a restaurant almost, and there was this lady, like she kept like trying to like kill me. Like she kept like following me around the shop, like putting needles into me and shit. Like in my dream. She was like injecting shit into me.
What do you reckon
I
that?
don't know
What do you
why.
reckon
You just like
that
woke up
means?
and you just like cheesing her high or something.
I don't know, bro, but that's the dreams like I have. Like that's when the REM comes back, like that shit.
It wasn't like heroin.
I don't even know, but dude, it was weird because in the dream, like I could feel the needle like releasing shit, and it
Really?
Oh,
Fucking hell.
Must just be in your subconscious.
That's a
like,
pretty
the
like,
overlap.
that's a
Like,
really
it just like does that
injecting
shit.
shit into everything nowadays.
Was she trying to inject
it's
their
like-
vaccine?
Yeah, the globalists are like attacking her in the dream.
Yeah, dream realm
Yeah,
like
bro.
vaccine.
Oh, they 100% can. Like they have that technology now.
Bro, that's. I remember you
The
saying.
lucid estrogen.
There's like
fuck.
back in the 70s, they had like VR technology, and it only got released in like 2012 or something.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that, but like, you know what I mean? It's they've
Yeah,
always
like-
got to keep the population like behind.
Yeah, it's like they had VRs in like 1964, where it's like that. Like now, it's like they have shit that's like still like 60 years or whatever ahead of us, and it's like, what does that even look like?
Yeah.
Like what the
Like,
hell
what the
is
fuck?
like if we had VRs back
Yeah.
then, and it's like we have shit now that's 60 years ahead, and technology is just like getting more and more advanced, faster and faster. It's like shit's gonna be fucked up.
Mr. Cheese.
Yeah, so Mr. Cheese.
Well, it makes you wonder like how much shit they're like hiding underneath the radar. Like,
They're like,
Yeah.
no, they can't see this shit.
Like,
Like,
what,
it's like this will start a riot. It's like teleportation.
what is past the ice wall?
Yeah. Fucking. I saw that theory and I was like, holy fuck, I would not be surprised.
Like, we should all like go past the ice wall one day.
Antarctica.
Bro, I was just saying to Bo before, apparently you actually can't go to Antarctica. Like,
Yeah, do you know there's
recreationally
like-
or anything.
There's like an agreement by I think it's around 20 countries around the world that you're only allowed to go there if it's for scientific purposes.
Yeah.
So no one's actually allowed to be there unless it's for scientific
Like,
research.
I reckon that's so, like, fucking, that's so sus.
Yeah.
Like you can't block people off of a territory that isn't yours. Like it's a fucking
Well,
earth.
that's
Like,
just
Yeah.
everyone should be able to just
I
go.
just like, don't want to fuck it up, but at the same time, that could just be where like, I don't know. Like,
Area
I mean, like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But like at the end of the day, like, what the fuck are you gonna do in Antarctica if you're not doing science?
Like,
shit?
it's
apart from
so fucked
fuck
up.
Like,
Yeah,
apart from like
it's just ice.
apart from like littering, fucking up the atmosphere.
Getting
There's no
involved
reason
in
to
all
be
of it.
there.
Yeah, like, just like making it more fun. Like everywhere a human goes, it just fucks it up.
It's probably because Hitler's like smoking cones there or something.
Or like Tupac and everyone else is like,
Yeah, like
died
Biggie
as
Smalls, like Harambe.
XXX technicians, like Princess Diana, it's like they're all just chasing. Juice WRLD.
Yeah, full on.
Yeah, there's probably like bases there that go underground, like shit. Because the Nazis were like creating shit there. I remember.
Really?
Oh, don't take my word for it, but there's.
Don't take our word for anything. Like we're literally just like talking shit, but it's like
But it's like
You gotta
the
question
the Germans were in contact with aliens and in Antarctica.
full stop. Just
It's
leave,
like,
leave
I'm
it
like,
at
nah,
that.
like, don't take my word for it.
Don't quote me.
Well, that's not true.
I'm just a
It's
guy.
like,
I don't know
what
what
are they?
Oh, but like they, yeah, it's like, don't worry.
Yeah.
No, you can take my word for this though. There was like a legislation passed where if you're in hospital and you're going through an operation, because like they have the opportunity to, they're allowed to like inoculate you, like when you're in like the hospital, meaning like they can forcibly vaccinate you because it's an opportunity to. Because you're
Without
just
your
like
permission.
Fuck.
Couldn't you take? Couldn't
no,
you,
they
couldn't
can
you
just
take
do it. They
legal?
can just
Couldn't
do
you
it.
take
Well, like,
Because
if you're
they
in
take
a
like
coma,
the,
is
they
it
can
like
like
out?
take the
Yeah,
necessary
yeah, like-
steps to like.
Yeah, like if you're like passed out
Yeah,
like, after
true.
surgery.
Like
That's
they use
fair.
it as a justification.
True, fuck.
Like,
do you like
because
sign
it's an
some
opportunity
shit?
to like vaccinate.
Is that because like you know those like pieces of paper that you have to sign that like there's so much shit. Obviously you're not gonna read all of it. It's like there's some shit. It's like yeah, by the way, like we can inject
the
you with,
rights
like anything.
to,
Yeah,
like,
it's like between
like a sleeve.
between the fine line sort of shit. Like it'd be just like the bottom back fucking page.
Yeah, it's
Like,
like so
something.
small that like can't even see it.
Yeah, dead off.
It's like, no, it's in there though. Like,
Yeah, like legally speaking, we're in the right. Like even though you can't see, it's still there.
yeah.
It was just like,
It's like hidden in
written in white.
And so how was the re-articulation going for like to become the homoborg Genesis?
The what?
It's pretty like shit's just different these days.
Yeah. It's like they put
Like,
something in the
no
water.
one can put a fucking finger on it, but everyone's like, oh, it's.
Well,
it's
this
like,
this
no
is
one
the
actually,
furthest in time in like this is the most future time that it's ever existed is like right now. It's like,
Yeah.
we're at the tip of like technology and everything in like every way.
Like the
It's just as
dinosaurs
far as
happened
it's
and
ever
everything.
come.
There
And
was
it's like then when there was the Cold Wars and everything, it's like we're at the very fucking tip of like time right now.
Oh,
This
so
is
there was, like,
this is the fucking present.
yeah. There's like there was the Industrial Revolution. But,
Yeah.
like, I feel like we're at the beginning of some next
new-
age as well. Like
AI.
this could this could be a long period of like the Industrial Revolution was about like 300 years. Whereas like we're like at the beginning of like whatever this like technological development stage is, so it's like 300 years.
Because when you think of it, bro, like back in the Industrial Revolution, like dude, like houses were like 15, 20 grand, and like now they're just like $1 million, like 2 million. Like it just makes like the youth like unable to be able to purchase like a house like that at this age. Whereas like back in the Industrial Revolution, you know, you could, and then that's making like the concept of the Industrial Revolution of just like going to school, going to university, getting a job, and then working that for the rest of your life, being able to live like a free kind of life to now. It's just like you can't justify that because you can't live that life back when it was in the Industrial Revolution to now, because inflation's like gone through the fucking roof. So it's like it's just unrealistic to try kind of follow that same path.
Yeah, like back in the day, you could be a mailman and like buy a house. And like now, it's like how the fuck are you gonna buy a house doing anything? It's like,
That's a lot of
Bro,
fucking
it's like-
money.
there's a lot. But back in the day, it's like you could buy a block of land in Sereno 50 years ago for $50.
That'd be fucking nice.
Yeah, that's like
It wasn't even that long ago.
you see it down there as well. It's like all the dog shit houses like on the fucking front, like on the main roads and shit. It's like that's because they've just
And they're just $1 million nowadays. It's like
Yeah.
crazy.
But and there's also like cunts that fucking bought like thousands of acres and like and all that shit when it was like $3 fucking.
Yeah, like
And now like it's like kind of like fucking they just grow shit on it and they're like the richest cunts going around now. Like,
Yeah.
the farmers that just own like.
But we got to think
Some
ahead. Like
shit.
that was back in the day. There's still got to be a way to like seize that opportunity like now.
Yeah, it's just
Well,
like
yeah, when it's
online,
like when our
technical,
kids,
like, we've got like the internet.
Yeah.
when our kids like want to buy a house, it's gonna be like $1 billion. It's like gonna be some fuck shit. It's just gonna keep going.
You know how we like complain about petrol? Now?
Yeah.
I was talking to your dad. I was talking to your dad about petrol, and he was like,
He's talking like that.
like when he was over the other day. I was talking to dad.
I know. But okay.
As I was saying, I was speaking to your dad, and he said back in his day, when he was our age, like he had those problems as well. As in, we complain about petrol being like $2 now, and the reason it's like gone up is because of like all this Russian shit, right? And he's like, back in the day, he said the Cold War was happening, and petrol shot up from like 30 cents to like 70 cents, and it was like the biggest deal. And it's like we're going through that now, and it's just like there's like always generational problems, and I swear there's got to be a way around it. You know what I mean?
Just go live in the bush. Just like wipe your ass with leaves. Like,
Like who's paying for toilet paper?
Yeah,
I mean, the Cold War was like something else though. Like everyone, my nan talks about it, how they would go into school and they would like everyone was just going about their everyday lives, except not really, because they were all just thinking like any day now we're just gonna get like nuked.
it's like washing the
like-
dishes. Just
Like there was like
outside.
weird motivate like their motivation levels were like weirded out because it was like
It's like, what's the
like,
point of
they're full-
anything?
like,
if
what's the
it's all
point? Yeah,
gonna be-
exactly. What's the point of
That's
like,
the weird thing. It's like
when
nothing's
it's like
happened.
Russia is literally like about to like kill us.
Yeah.
Like they were expecting it any day that like Australia was just gonna get like wiped.
It just
Ignorance
sucks.
is bliss. Like,
Yeah.
just don't give a fuck.
But like you think about it, like you could think about that today, like any day, like fucking Kim Jong-un can just press that button.
We can accidentally press it or something, you know.
It's like spills his coffee or something.
You're like some meth addict could like somehow get into it.
Surely it makes They really don't even have like electricity in North Korea.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck, I reckon North Korea is such a cool place because
It's
like, we just know nothing.
Like
about it.
it's skits when you look at it at night because it's like the only place in the world that has like no lights on.
True.
It's
It's,
like
like,
no
it's,
light
it's just like this
pollution.
dark like fucking thing that's at the country. Fucking scary. It's fucking scary.
Yeah.
It would fucking suck as well.
fucking, I'd love to travel the world. Just go meet some cunts. Be cheater. Just like, just go meet some cunts. Just have a yarn.
You gotta represent like the Aussie persona.
Yeah, no.
Fuck it, and everyone around the world like knows you're Aussie. Like,
Yeah.
in, like 3 seconds of speaking to them. Like, oh, fucking Australia, mate. Kangaroo, fucking woman. Like, they
Yeah,
just
we
act-
ride kangaroos
like,
to work. What do you mean?
people have like biggest sooks about racism, whereas like everyone's just racist as fuck towards Australia, but like we just don't care.
Well, it's like I
So
feel
we guys
like
like drink
yeah.
a
alcohol
lot
all
of
the
people
time.
say like fucking Australians are racist, but I reckon it's like we're just racist to every race. And it's like, if you're racist to every race, isn't that like, you're not leaving anyone out, so it's like not
True,
racism.
hey.
It's
'Cause,
just like,
Okay,
Take
I'm
the piss
allowed
out
to
of
say this because I am Asian. I'm half Asian. But it's like, when you look at an Asian person, they naturally have the squinted eyes, right?
mm.
So it's like, is it racist to not ignore that, or is it racist to ignore it? Like,
Oh.
not like bring it up and just be like, oh, look at your squinted eyes. Like, it's a visual feature that you can see.
It's like if I said to you like, "How's it going, Asian?" Like that's just not
like
race. That's not racist. It's not
It's
like
like 'cause you
personal.
are
It's just
Asian.
like you are Asian.
Yeah.
It'd be racist to like suggest you're not.
I reckon.
And it's like, when you think about it, it's like, oh, but like, they're the minority. It's like, no, they're not. There's like fucking billions of them.
Yeah.
They're like, if anything, like, white people are the minority. It's like,
Yeah.
and if you go up to me and go, oh, I'm a white person, it's like, I don't give a fuck. Like, it's just, we're all people, cunt. Like, we just look different. Who cares?
It's like racism is perceived as a one-way street, but in reality, it's like a fucking 16-lane highway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it can go in any fucking direction.
I remember I got in so much shit in primary school because I was calling some cunt fat. But like, he is fat. Like, I'm just telling the truth. Like, he's fat. It's like, why am I in trouble saying he's fat? Because he fucking is.
That's a pisser. But bottom line, it's like, regardless of race, religion, age, sex, or gender, like you just gotta have the, what's it called? Just like the basic. Fuck, I don't have the word. It's like just treat everyone
don't
like
be a
with
shit
respect.
cunt.
Just don't be a shit cunt. Just like treat everyone.
Respect.
Like
Okay,
a
you
cunt.
would want to be.
Yeah, I don't know how to. I don't know. I'm fucking lost for words at the
Like
moment.
one day, you're going to reincarnate into his shoes, you know. Like,
Yeah, decency. That's the word.
Yeah.
Regardless of age, sex, gender, whatever.
Like, if they're a pedophile, like, doesn't matter.
Not that, but it's like
I'm-
you just have the human decency to talk to another cunt.
Yeah. So I'm gonna hate someone if they're a pedophile, even if they're like a white pedophile, or black pedophile. like it does, there's no
Yeah,
discrepancy, but it's like as long as you're a good person, I don't.
As long as you're a good pedophile.
Like if it like as long as they're not a shit cunt, the
Yeah.
person themselves.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I'm gonna be racist. It just means I won't like them. Doesn't mean I don't like if that person happens to be of another race and I don't like the race. It's like that's an actual person. That's a shit cunt. I
Yeah.
don't like that Latino because they're a pedophile, not because they're Latino.
Yeah. Full on.
If they weren't a pedophile, they'd be like, jeez.
there's full just pedophiles running Congress, though.
Yeah, no, that's like
that's,
not okay.
that's like something else as well.
Like Joe Biden, like, he's like, oh, look on little girls. Like, he's just like done some weird touchy shit.
I've seen those
He's
videos
just
as well.
cooked. He must be getting
Yeah.
pumped with so much shit.
I don't know how the
It's
fuck
like,
he's running that.
It's like there's the video where he like goes, he handshakes this dude, and then he puts his hand out again. He's like,
He's like, why aren't you shaking his hand?
It's an instant dementia. Like,
yeah.
no idea what's going on.
Oh look, if he has dementia, then like fuck, but like he's also the president.
Yeah,
So it's
like, it shouldn't
whoa, whoa, whoa,
he shouldn't be the president.
Yeah, like, how the fuck does he get elected in the first place?
It's all, that was biggest fraud, eh?
He's just a puppet, though. There's no way he's fucking running the country.
Nah. It's like
But
whoever the
they've
They
got
can't even
the
form a
bugs
sentence,
in
how
his
is that?
brain, like touching all the shit up. They'd be like pushing the buttons like at this fucking controller somewhere. And he's like walking.
Like,
Move your right arm.
he'll just
shake
get,
his hand, like
he'll
it'll
just-
function and shake it again.
like, he'll just get handed like a large contract. He'll be like, oh, and then he'll just like sign it.
He's like, wait, what's my name again? like Bo Dryden? Yeah. It's like, no, it's the other way around, mate.
Oh, Joe Biden. Oh, yeah, no worries.
Yeah, Donald Trump.
Yeah, the Americas. America's I can't speak because I've never fucking been there, but like, it just seems so cooked.
They used to be the shit. Like,
So,
they
yeah,
used to
they-
be fucking skits.
They
bro.
were like, everyone wanted the American dream, they wanted to like do this, do that, but it's just like when you're holding to a banana too long, it's like gets too ripe that it gets like shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How long are you fucking holding on to your words?
Like a banana on a ceiling.
Like a potato flying around my room.
Did you
But
see
it's a
that-
banana.
Did you see that video where this guy combined his DNA with a banana and the banana started moving?
Oh, I saw that. That was
Dude,
actually
was
was
that
like
real?
breathing.
Story.
It was like breathing.
Yeah.
Is that fucking real? That
It's not
video?
Brody's story.
Surely you just like did grow a pair of lungs.
Fuck, we gotta get Brody on the podcast. I'm gonna have some Peters.
What podcast?
This fucking podcast.
Like who gets the desire to mix their DNA with an egg to create like
Like a human pig hybrid or something.
The homunculus type shit. It's like they put like a chicken egg with it. They impregnated a chicken egg with like human DNA. And it just like had an eye. It was like they like squirted something.
yeah, that's just. And
It
then
has like a consciousness, like it thinks like a human, but it's just like, cunt, I'm a fucking egg, I can't do shit. Like, it's
Like,
just fucking
let me
stuck
out here and
there.
pay my taxes.
Yeah.
I wanted to like drive a Lamborghini.
Oh.
fuck taxes, bro. Like,
Mm.
but they full take half of like
Everything you
40%. That's insane.
So taxes, I don't understand taxes at all. It's like, why can't the government just pay for
I
it?
kept on talking.
Like, why do they need our money? And it's like, I understand inflation and shit, but when you look in the past, like Germany, the reason why they became so fucking technologically advanced was because they basically, when they lost like their first war or whatever, it's like they had a bunch of fucking war taxes they needed to pay, but they couldn't fucking pay it. Oh,